Hi, welcome to Pandora's Tarot. This is a reading for the sign of Capricorn for the month of May 2015. Please remember to check your rising and your moon sign because that can give you more information to contribute to this general sun sign readings. But let me just say right off bat that Capricorn, you have the best reading so far, and I'm almost done with all of the sun signs. So I'm very happy for you. You have in the position of the challenge the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles is a card that talks about planning, working as a team to plan something. It might even be launching some kind of business, some kind of creative project, but it talks about working as a team. And being that this comes up in your challenge position, I would say be careful not to be too bossy or too controlling. Perhaps you're afraid of uh, will I find the right people to work with or not? Or don't try to control everyone who is working with you, okay? Be a benevolent boss, okay? Let's just put it that way. But it is something, this planning, whether it is the actual working with people or the development stages of this project, this planning is something that will be your focus in the month of May. Okay, now the great thing about this is that in this reading you have three major arcana cards, one, two, three. Okay, the major arcana cards, not only these are very good, but they also talk about the major important things in our life. Okay, are these are the moments when we realize that our life, our perspective has changed. And you have to follow up the Three of Pentacles, the card of the Chariot. This is the highest success card that tarot has. Okay, it also implies movement. It's someone who has returned victorious. Now this victory card, the success card, not only has to do with the fact of saying, oh, I'm finally, this actually means that I'm going to make money out of this project. I think what it actually means is that this planning stages will come up, will come out, will come to an end in a very successful way. This planning moment that you will take will actually be very successful because you will find the right people, because you will actually manage to do everything on time. So it's a very good combination. And another great card that you have is that in the position of the help that you're going to receive, you have the World card, another major arcana card. And this is a card that talks about endings. It talks getting to the end of the road in a very successful way. Okay, so this is another card that symbolizes success. And it's also a card that, coming up in this position of the help that you're going to receive, I think you're going to be receiving help from the universe to be able to come to an end, a very successful end of this staging, of this planning stages. Okay, so you will be receiving an aid from outer sources. Now, another thing is that not everything, just because you will be successful doesn't mean everything will run smoothly. Okay, why do I say this? Because in the position of the things you cannot change, you have the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is a card that talks, you can see that is someone who, has a bandage on his head. He has been hurt because he has fought many battles before and he's still waiting for the next one. Okay, this isn't someone who's just relaxed and feeling confident that everything is done. This is someone who knows that there are still more things to come. So even if you realize that you find the right people to work with, Capricorn, even if you realize that everything, the planning, the I don't know, the everyday planning is going great, don't just hand out everything to everyone else to run your own project. I don't think you're actually capable of doing that because earth signs are actually a bit more controlling and much more detail oriented. But just the tarot is saying Another thing is that don't get discouraged. If every day feels a little bit like a battle, does not mean that everything is doomed and it won't be successful. Okay? Actually, it's this amount of work. This putting into this amount of work into the project will allow you to reach that success. Now, as the end card, you have a card that sometimes it can be a bit scary for people, but it's actually not. It's the death card. It does not mean actual death. This is a card that talks about change. Okay, and it's the most, I would say, the most radical change that the tarot has to offer us. The same way the Chariot is the highest success, the Death card is, being a major arcana itself, is a card that shows the highest change in our lives. And it's not death like we understand death. It's death like the Buddhists talk about death. A transition period, moving on to a different phase of your life. So what I think here is that, and it's coming up upright, so it's a good change. Okay. What I believe here is that you are focusing on the month of May in the planning stages of this project, right? And you will receive great help and great aid from the universe to be able to come to a successful end of these planning stages. And when you finally launch this project, when you finally let it out in the open, because it seems like it's something you're working behind closed doors, when you finally let it out in the open, it will radically change your life. I mean, it will change your life for good. And you will see it perhaps at the end of the year. You will see May, or maybe even June, because it comes up at the end of May. You will see that the moment you let this out in the open, it actually, it shifted your life. Okay, it really is a month where you will look at it as, wow, this is, nothing will be the same. Okay, so I'm very excited for you, Capricorn. I hope this turns out to be great, and I want to thank everyone who watches and likes and comments my videos, and I will see you in the reading for next month. Thank you.